This production is being brought to you by Battery Outfitters. With locations all over the Mid-South, they are your neighborhood battery store.
In today's episode number 4 of the Camper Build Series, I'm pretty excited to bring you some of these updates. I'm excited because there's some positive improvements, lots of progress, and a new feature that I didn't plan on having on the camper. It's coming, and I'm going to pick it up right now. But before we get to the good stuff, I'm going to take you somewhere really dark, somewhere pretty sad, probably the lowest moment I've had so far in this build, and that's coming right now. If you've been following this build series and you saw episode 3, you're probably expecting to see some interior walls and some finished accessories. But unfortunately, we're starting this video with another fail, or a setback, or a snafu. My jacks, I was doing a final test fit. There's all sorts of problems with them. They're dangerous. They're cumbersome. I mean, they do the job. I've had it in and out of the truck. But this is crap. It was saving me money, but I think it'll kill me in the process. And we're going to have to buy some manufactured jacks, which I hate. I like to make stuff. And I made this. I modified these jacks from a standard bumper jack. I'll show you. And that right there is one reason why they're dangerous. I made this plug to go inside the bottom corner here, but the fact that these fall away the way they do and how time consuming they are to use, these suck. So there goes our budget. But I guess that's part of treading the unknown. I'm going to get this thing back on the ground and get back to work. Sound like they're trying to say little boy and Jimmy. Yeah, they gotta be. Okay. See that right there? No matter if you call it Rico Titan or Ryco Titan, whichever you prefer, I call it mixed emotions. And here's why. First up, these are priced by some evil, evil people. I mean, these things are priced like they were produced for a government contract. These electric camper jacks cost more than the entire camper. And I don't just mean the camper shell, all of it. The electronics, the bedding, the flooring, everything. The whole thing, the whole shooting match, these electric camper jacks cost more than all of it. And that's why I tried to avoid them. The footage that you saw earlier wasn't my first fail. I failed 3 separate times to produce my own jacks that would work in a way that I felt was good enough. I tried some crank type jacks. It wasn't going to work. Not the way I wanted them to. I tried 2 versions of the bumper style jacks, or the death machines as I like to call them. They weren't going to work. There are reasons other than price why I didn't want to go this route. But as you see, I went this route. Those of you that are nerding out on truck camper stuff know that these are priced so high that there's good reason why I'm salty about it. So on the other side of those emotions, I'm actually kind of excited about them because it's going to be kind of pimp that I can take a remote control and raise this camper up and down and get it in and out of my truck really, really easy electronically and by remote control. So yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. Moving on, let me show you some new stuff on the camper that you haven't seen yet. A great deal of my progress has been somewhat held up because I was waiting on the jacks so that I could finalize some of the stuff out here on the frame. I wanted to be able to pre-mount the jacks before I put any sheeting out here on the wall. But I do have a little sheeting here, the exterior, the underside of the bed area. As you can see, all of the wire is roughed in and ready to be terminated. The door has came out fantastic. I've got it clamped closed right now, but just because it sits on a little slope here in my garage, it slopes just a little bit. But it came out super nice. I mean, it's really, really square. Really, I don't know if that's showing the right angle there, but really, really tight tolerances there. The mechanism works perfectly. It's gonna be really nice, and I'm proud of that. Let's go inside. Got a little bit of sheeting done here on the under cabinet storage area. I got my hinge situation figured out for the door down there. And then look up here. This giant piece of ceiling is all seamless. All one piece. Major stress to do that. So many little nooks. So many little things to go around, like going around this cabinet and getting it tight here. So many pains in my arse to accomplish all this in one seamless piece. 4 hours it took me to cut that and get that right and get that hung. One piece. 4 hours. So what's next? Well, since the Nazis at Rico Titan decided to exclude mounting hardware and brackets for these overpriced camper jacks, even though they're in the instructions, they've excluded them from the kit. Try to stay calm on that. I now have to fabricate my own brackets for my overpriced camper jacks. So I'm going to hand fabricate some brackets to put on those things, to put on this thing, so that I can add those things and make this thing go up and down at the push of a button. Here we go.